Long time no see. My last update was, what was it, my 5 weeks post-op. Well, I'm now, so I waited for my 6-week one because I was going to see the consultant, and then at the consultant's I was waiting for more updates which I wanted to get before I told you and did a video. So now I'm actually, it'll be 8 weeks post-op tomorrow. So quick catch up, and I'm out for a walk. I thought I would do a chat whilst I'm walking along. It's a lovely day. I'm a bit breathless actually. It's the first time I've sort of like come out for any decent lanes walk. It's a hot day and I'm a bit out of path trying to do this walking and talking thing at the same time. So bear with me. I might stop under a nice tree. I'm going to get some blackberries. I'll catch you in a minute under a tree. And also we've got some sloes back there. Give them a couple of weeks. They'll be nice and ready for some sloe gin. There's quite a few. Probably from the other side they'll be even better. Look, there's loads of them. In fact, I might get some now I'm here. Need both hands. So many absolutely gorgeous blackberries. I'm filling my pot up. Absolutely gorgeous. Got to think of all different things to make now. There's so many and they're so ripe. Lovely red admiral there. Look at it. Probably fly off if I try and get any closer. Yeah, gorgeous. Found a nice shaded bit under the tree. God, it's blooming hot today. It's so hot. Don't realise quite how hot you are until you're actually out in it. But yeah, no, it's a nice day, but I could do it a little bit cooler, a bit hot and sweaty, if you know what I mean. So what have I got to update you with? Right, first of all, my husband's home, which is really good because the sloes were just ripping me to shreds. So I'm going to dispatch him out to get them. There's lots there, so get some sloe gin on the go, but he can come and get them when he gets home. But yeah, so he's home from France. I've got the dogs home. I've not brought them out with me now because I've got the 2 working spaniels, very well behaved, but they're spaniels are spaniels. They're very excitable, and all I need is for the one of them to bash me in the knee when I'm out on my own. So, and to be fair, no one will find me here. So I've left them back in their kennel, and I've come out to get the blackberries. It's where our boys normally jump in for a splash about. Could almost do that myself today. So walking on the cow track actually works quite well for me because it's this like soft matting, so it's quite good for shock absorbency. God, it's bloody hot. As for walking, I'm doing all right. I'm plodding on. Still got a bit of a limp because I can't straighten my leg, but other than that, it's going quite well, really. Not using my crutches at all now. Pretty sure I'm going to have cooked blackberries by the time I get home. It's so hot. It's gorgeous though. It's just so nice to be able to come out when there's nobody else around at all and just walk to my heart's content without being bothered. Pick a bit of fruit, just have a slow casual walk. It's nice. I'm going to update you properly when I get back because I can't talk and think. It's too hot, I'm too tired. I'll update you properly when I get home. On my way back, I've got a Tupperware tub full of blackberries. I've had a lovely walk. I actually get some shade eventually. I'm being careful not to slip in the cow poo here because I'm on the cow track. Yeah, just coming back to the farm now. If I look like I'm really hobbling bad, it's because the track is really uneven. It's not my knee doing that. But yeah, hello gorgeous. There's a little one over there. I don't even see her. Sat underneath the bush. Not sure why she's there. But yeah, I'm going to go back, sit in the quiet, sit in the shade, and I'll update you properly. So before I go back in, I thought I would let you see some of the calves. So at the moment we have 400 calves on the farm here. Absolutely gorgeous. These are quite old. I say quite old, they're about a week or 2. Really sweet though. Hello. Let me come and say hello. Some of them are more inquisitive than others. Hello, we've got one here coming over. Oh, got a couple coming over. Come and say hello. Gorgeous. Hello. Hello. Tracy. Oh, so hot and I'm so tired. Okay, so let's talk about what's been happening. So I last spoke to you for my 5-week review. I was going to delay my 6-week review because I was going up for my appointment at the hospital for my 6-week checkup. So that happened. A good place to start. I went with my best friend Tracy. Now, what can I tell you about that other than that whatever I do with Tracy, we always have a drama. She's my best mate ever, but bloody hell, she is a curse on everything. So the plan was to go up, spend an evening in a hotel, and then come back the next day. Because I'd been quite poorly on my birthday and we couldn't really celebrate, we were going to go for a nice lunch. So I booked a place called The Stables, which was about 3 hours drive from home. The sat nav was showing about a 4-hour drive to the hotel where we were staying for the night, so it worked out at lunchtime to be a suitable place to stop for lunch. So anyway, so as per normal, Tracy was late, which resulted in me having to cancel the lunch restaurant. As it happened, that was a really wise move, because what should have been a 3.5-4 hour journey was actually a 6-hour nose to tail bank holiday nightmare journey. Traffic was absolutely horrendous. So we stopped off. We did find a pub. We found a pub sort of partway through the journey, stopped off, and we had a really nice lunch actually, and then carried on, and we were nearly at the hotel for the night, about probably 20 minutes away from our final stop for the night. And my phone rings. Hello, is that Nikki? Yes. Oh, sorry to trouble you. It's the hospital. Now, we weren't aware of it at the time, but on Bank Holiday Monday, there was a air traffic control total failure for all UK airports. We didn't know anything about this. And my surgeon, who happens to be Swedish, was stuck in Sweden and couldn't get home. So long and short of it is that my appointment was being cancelled. I'd already travelled 5.5 hours at this point, so I explained this to the lovely lady on the phone, who it wasn't her fault whatsoever, and she was lovely. And she said, well, look, she said, carry on. She said, and in the morning, ring up. There may be a way around this. So we carried on to the hotel. Got to the hotel. Eventually got there, having travelled, like I said, 6 hours nose to tail, absolutely hideous traffic. We get to the hotel, we go in. Oh, I'm really sorry, we have a problem. What now? Turns out that it was no problem at all really. I booked a twin room for myself and Tracy. They had made it up as a double, so they were frantically trying to make it back into a twin. So have a drink on us. So we stop and we have a drink. Anyway, we'd had a nice lunch. We just spent the evening chilling in the hotel. Nice enough, just relaxing. We stopped off for a picnic and bought sort of like a carpet picnic, as you call it. And we were just having sort of cheese and bits and bobs. And Tracy goes, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have a glass of red wine with this? She says, oh, I'm going to pop down to the bar and buy one. So she goes down to the bar. And then she comes back a bit later with these 2 massive glasses of red wine. And she's like, oh, guess what? They gave them to us for free because we were late getting into our room, like 5 minutes at the most. And I said, but they've already given us a drink. She goes, yeah, they were still apologising, wanting to give us another. So we had like a drink on arrival as an apology. We had 2 big glasses of red wine as apology, all in the house, purely because we literally had to wait while they changed a double into a twin. It made no difference. We've been at 6 hours in the blooming car. The extra 5 minutes didn't make any difference to us. Anyway, that was really nice. I'm looking down because I just realised I've been for a walk and I've got cow shit all over my leg. That's attractive, but there you go. So anyway, got up in the morning, rang the clinic and I explained the situation. They were fantastic. My surgeon was still in Sweden. There was nothing they could do about that. But they said, right, we've got another surgeon on today who, he has got a full schedule, but he may be able to see you. He may be able to squeeze you in on behalf of your surgeon. And that's what happened. I saw a really charming man who basically fitted me into his already full schedule. He did my 6-week review. On that front, everything's really good. He said my range of movement's fantastic, my scar's looking good. What else did he say? oh, and he just sort of tapped. He goes, I bet you're numb here. And I'm like, yep. He goes, how's your sleep? And I said, pretty rubbish, really, because I'm still not sleeping. And he said, yeah, that's, you know, can be expected. It's just because everything heals. And when you lie down, all the blood supply goes to healing that area. So it's all sort of woken up when you're lying down, resting everything else. And what happened then? Oh yeah, and then he looked at the x-rays for the left knee, and he said, right, he said, we need to do your left knee as well. He said, I'm going to make you bilateral. He said, and you'll get a phone call. He said, I'm going to book you in to come back to Mr. Anderberg, which was my surgeon. And he said, I'll put you on his list, and then you'll get a phone call next week telling you when you're coming back in. So that's why I was waiting to do my video. I wanted to be able to tell you about that. Anyway, Mr. Anderberg was stuck for a while, so he had to rubber stamp it because it was going on his list. He had to rubber stamp the paperwork. He's now done that, and this morning I've had a phone call, and I'm booked in for my left knee on the 31st of October. So Halloween night, I'm getting my left knee done. So that is so good, isn't it? So my initial consultation was on, bear in mind I'm NHS, so anyone who's sort of private won't understand the significance of this. But for an NHS patient, I saw the consultant first appointment mid-May. I had my first knee done July, and I'm getting my second knee done October. Now, that is less than 6 months. I think it's 5 months, isn't it? May, June, July, August. Yeah, 5 months from consultation to having both knees done. In my local area, because obviously I've travelled for this, in my local area, I was deferred for 6 months to get myself in peak condition. Basically what it meant was I was a fat bugger and needed to lose some weight. I dispute that I was that fat, but there you go. So it's, yeah, I mean, I've harped on about this before, but it was really quite annoying. The BMI absolute maximum is 40, or they like you to be under 40, and I was 31. I was like well under, but he's like, no, we need you less. Anyway, forget that. So yeah, so I was so if I'd had it done locally, I was to go back to him in January, see how much weight I'd lost, and then he would put me on the waiting list, which currently stands at 18 months. So I was looking at a 2-year wait if I'd gone to my local consultant. But because I did this choose and book thing, I've been literally rushed through. It's been fantastic, you know, at a private hospital. I'm treated exactly the same as all the private patients. Yeah, I cannot fault anything about the service I've had there, anything at all, not one thing. No. I still, on my feedback form, I thought I've got to say something negative, and the only thing I could think of was that the doors got locked at 5 o'clock at night, and my mum got stuck getting out, and she couldn't find her way out, bless her. I'm not sure how much of that was down to mum's no, let's not go there. But she ended up down a number of corridors in gyms and things and couldn't find her way out. So I've made a little useful suggestion about maybe having signposting when all the doors are locked. But other than that, no, it's been amazing. So I'm not worried about the second one. Am I worried about the second one? No, I'm not. It's no, I haven't even. Do you know what? I haven't even. I got the phone call this morning. I haven't even thought about whether I'm worried about it or not. I'm not. Yes, I know it's going to hurt like hell. I know. The other one did, but it'll be done by Christmas. I'll be good. I'll be well good, won't I? Yeah. Anyway, so that is where we're at. So, in relation to my right knee, I'm walking nicely on it now, ish. You know, up and down. It's always up and down days, isn't it? You know, you get good days, you get bad days, you get achy days, you get swollen days, you get limpy days. But it's, you know, or what goes around comes around, you know, it all works out in the end, and slowly it is progressing. So yeah, I'm happy with that. My range of movement I'm happy with. I think I'm at 120, can't quite straighten it yet. I'm probably about -7, something like that. But I'm working on that. And I've got some hydrotherapy booked as well. I found a local hydrotherapy pool near where I live. I live in the middle of nowhere, so the nearest sort of town, which is 20 minutes away, and they've got a hydrotherapy pool. So I've booked some sessions there. You can hire the whole pool to yourself for £25 a session, which is a 45-minute session, and you can take up to 8 people in with you. So I've booked 2 sessions. I've booked the whole pool as a private booking, and I'm just going to take mum in with me, and if my friend wants to come along, because it's no extra, they can come along. But it's just so nice just to have the pool to yourself, just to wallow and do my exercises and paddle about and just be free. So looking forward to that. What else do I have to tell you? I've written a few notes down. Let's have a look. I think I've told you everything. I think that's it. So yeah, no, things are really good then. So massive leaps from last time, in as much as I've now got my second leg booked in. I couldn't go back to work if I wanted to at the moment. I wouldn't be able to stand all day without a shadow of a doubt. It's still, so like I went for a walk just now. I went for a walk. It's hard work. It's not straightforward. It's hard work. Physically, it's hard work. Mentally, I'm a lot better now. You know, you saw me in my video number 11, I think it was at 3 weeks, where I was blubbing my eyes out. It really hits you emotionally. I'm not like that now. I'm okay. I'm frustrated at times, but I'm not an emotional wreck. But yeah, no, it's a lot better. It's slow, but it's a lot better. I'm doing lots on my little pedal bike. I'm doing lots of stretching. I'm still using my skateboard. Still looking down at this great big cow skid down my leg. I've obviously done that while I was out and about. Somehow managed to put a great big cow skid up my leg. I'm gonna have to go and get that sorted. No, so that's it really. I will finish up with a little bit of video of my 2 boys that are home. I've missed them, they're gorgeous, and I will introduce you to the 2 dogs. This is Woody and Luca. So this is Luca. As you know, it's a really hot day, so he's staying in the shade because he's sensible. Hey Lukes, you're shy, aren't you? You never like the camera. Are you a good boy, waggy tail? Lukes. Good boy. And this is my little one. This is Woody. What have you got? What is it? Woody? Hey, sit. Woody, sit. Wait, good boy. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Wait, Woody. Cloth ears. Selective listening. You good boy?